Who did this person think they was? Who did this person think they was? Who do they thought they were? This person thought they was better than you for so long, but finding out they are not. You are the epitome of excellence, perfection, whoever you are. But this person thought they were better than you because they felt like they was of a certain race or ethnicity, or because they had more clout with people, because they had a certain job, probably a blue collar or white collar job. They thought they was better than you because you were humble and you carried yourself with dignity and class, but you didn't have that blue collar or white collar job they had. But you were always led by the Holy Spirit and doing what God asked you to do. But they thought they was better than you because they had that position, that career. Do these people not know? Did this person not know that God looks at the heart? He don't look at the career they got. He look at the heart and how they operate. He don't look at the money a person have or the wealth or the fame they get. He looks at the matters of the heart. Is they walking righteously or is they walking wickedly? And this person was walking wickedly, but they might have had some favor with people, mankind, because they look nice on the outside. I take it this person was a very handsome person, picking a very heavy male energy. Male, tall, wear business suits, thought they was this and that because of it. Might have had a job where they worked 10, 20 years, if not 10, 20 years in that position, maybe just 3, 4 years, where somebody got them that position because they had favor with people. But they probably snaked somebody or probably threw a lot of people under the bus just to get in that position and to keep that position. You never know what people do. So when this person ran across you, the royal, elegant person that you are, that's really walking righteously in your spirit, they felt intimidated by you and felt some type of way. They felt threatened by you for the first time compared to everybody they've been around. When they came into your presence, you made them feel threatened because you really was true to who you were and you were just as confident as them. But they was overly confident being arrogant and wicked, and you were overly confident being righteous and not entertaining the foolishness and the mind games they was playing because you know who you were in the spirit. You didn't have time for mess. You didn't have time for that type of drama. But they wanted to make you feel low, like you was nobody, because they thought they was better than you. Why do people think they better than you? Because they feel like they look nice on their outside appearance, or because they think that they just better? Why do people like this think that because they got a certain job or because they was popular at a point in time that they're better than you? No, you are the best of the best. Matter of fact, that's why this person is threatened, because you are the best of the best, and they never thought they was going to run across you, because everything they thought they were, you was that and then some. You was doing greater and more. You represented God in the right way. They didn't know God, because if they did, they wouldn't have came at you like that. That's just what I'm picking up. This person wouldn't have came at you like that if they really knew God like they said they knew God. You had every right to pop your neck and roll your eyes at this person and shake your head and walk with your back turned. You have every right to do that to this person, because this person thought they was really better than you. They was laughing with people behind your back because they thought they was better than you. They thought that because you wasn't like them, or because you didn't hang with the same cliques they were in, that they were better than you. No, you don't need a clique to be who you are. You walk alone. You are true to yourself. You are true to the nature that you are. You don't play mind games with people, but they want to play mind games with you. And then they found out that they just can't play mind games with a person like you, because you know who you are. You radiate excellence so high. You radiate excellence to the point where you're starting to glow on your outside. And the people that they teamed up against you to not like you, it don't matter. This could be people in your community. It could be a hater in your community that feeling threatened by you and where you are in that community right now. And they thought they was going to come in, run the wool over your eyes, talk to people about you, tell people about you, lie on your name, and do this and that to you, and run you about that community, and you still standing 10 toes down. You still standing the confident person you are because you are walking righteously. You said, I'm not going to let no devils run me about this community. I'm not going to let no devil tell me who I am, because I know who I am. I know who I am in the Holy Spirit. This is what you were telling this person. And they got a rude awakening about you. They was like, did that person just did that to me? People don't talk to me that way. They don't do this to me. They were so arrogant, and you bruised that ego a little bit. I don't know what woman you are. And I'm taking a woman. You bruised the male's ego, and he got mad because you bruised his ego, because he thought he was the it all be all wherever he was. And then when you walk past him, you was the it all be all too. And he was just like, I don't like that. But why didn't he like that? You were confident. You wasn't walking around here like you was better than nobody, even though you are, because you are a good person and you walking righteously. So that makes you better. But you don't act like you better than people. It's what set you apart from you and this person. You wasn't around here acting like you was better. You wasn't around here making people life hard because you feel like you was better than people, like they were doing. You was out here stepping on people's toes. You weren't out here throwing people under the bus and ruining people's reputation and lying on people just so you could go up in position and have a blue-collar job. You wasn't doing that. Matter of fact, the Holy Spirit gave you a better job. I take you got a platform, you got some type of public thing where you're doing, where you're a leader and you talk to a bunch of people. You have a platform where people watch you and are inspired by you. So you don't need that blue-collar job, because God took you to a higher standard and lift you up higher and said, you fit here. I take you got very good communication skills. Not only do you got good communication skills, but you are very pleasing to people's eye. Even though that's the least of the things people should be worried about, but you are very pleasing to people's eyes. Just as this person thought they was pleasing to people's eyes. You're very pleasing to people's eyes. They like watching you. And another reason why they like watching you, because not only are you cute, they always think that because you're cute and you're pretty and you're a woman that you're dumb. But no, like a dumb blonde, you're not a dumb blonde. You're very intelligent. And not only that you're very intelligent, you carry yourself like a leader and with elegance. And because you carry yourself like a leader and with elegance, people watch you. And they say, you're very beautiful. She's very beautiful. She looks nice. She got a beautiful spirit. We like that one. So why this person thought they was better than you, I do not know. And if you were a male watching this video, this is a male, and there were other males in competition with you because of who you were, because they were who they were. You stood in your power, and you ended up taking that position on that job because God wanted you there in that position. But you ain't step on nobody's toes to get it. You got some male, whatever male dominated job this is, thought you was better than them because you got the position. No, you got the position because you wasn't ratting people out. You wasn't making people life hard, but you did stand for righteousness, and you called out bad and things going on in that organization or that firm or whatever it is, that office that you worked at. You called things out that wasn't right, and you had ideas for the company that would take that company to the next level, and they succeeded, and they promoted you in position. Now you the leader of that office. That's what you are. Not only are you the leader of that office, you got people watching you and consulting you about ideas for that job in order for that organization to flourish. Sorry, I kept hearing noise and I didn't want to affect my video. But you had the brains behind that company to get where it is. And it was somebody, you probably was in the organization with another individual, another male. Y'all both males. He's confident, you confident too. But the difference was, he wanted that same position. But he used to get people fired, getting involved, messy with his co-workers, doing weird things. But he was likable by everybody. But you were new to the company and you came in and you grabbed that spot. So this person thought he was going to get it over you because they felt like they was better. I don't know, I'm picking up job, an office job or something where you were supposed to not be in a position and the other person thought they were supposed to be in it because they thought they were better than you, and they didn't get it. They end up giving it to you because God wanted you there. It was more to it than them just getting it. God put you there because your heart was the most righteous for that company. And you literally came in there showing people out, taking that company to the next level, and they gave you the position of power. But God wanted you there. Your communication skills was a little better, but yet this person thought they was better than you because you were probably quiet the whole time, just watching and observing people, being a good person you are, and then you took that spot. But this person, they got a rude awakening about that they wasn't better. And if it's not that, this is just certain scenarios. You a woman in your neighborhood and some other woman thought that she was just better than you because she had all the men after her. And you, on the other hand, got labeled as being the quiet, single woman that no man wanted. But really, it didn't matter because you were focused on God anyway and what you were doing. You was focused on God's kingdom and what he has you do as far as your spiritual growth, your spirituality, or wherever you were doing. You were more focused on that, and this person felt some type of way. She thought she was it. She thought she was the end all be all. She thought she was this and that. She was all that in a bag of chips. This is what she thought. But you wasn't like that. You came in there confident, humble, sweet, wasn't getting involved with the guys, even though they was probably projecting you in a way, and they should have, because they was playing mind games anyway, and you just didn't care. You stood in your power and you stayed in that area, and you didn't let them folks run you off because you knew why God put you there. You was supposed to be in that neighborhood and in that community, but yet they want to label you, this female, try to ruin your reputation, act like you was a hoe in the neighborhood when you wasn't doing none of those things. You ain't getting involved with nobody, but she did. That's how she got in that neighborhood. That's how she got in her position. So she tried to project her insecurities and the stuff she was doing wrong on you, and you wasn't doing none of that. And now she feels some type of way and realizes she wasn't as all that and better than you like she thought she was. Yeah, we got some weird people out here, but this is the stuff people do. So be mindful of who you out here are by and who you're associating with out here, because you never know how they're thinking about you. As long as you know you're doing righteous in the spirit and you walking righteously by the power of the Holy Spirit, you know you're doing right and you're confident while you're doing it, there's no reason why you should have hate. But it's always going to be a hater somewhere that just don't like you because they just don't like you. But that ain't your problem. You were the it all be all. And you ain't wore that on your sleeve. You weren't out here telling people that you was this, and that. You were very humble by it. And they were overly loud and arrogant about who they were because they feel like they look good and they look nice on the outside. Okay, you look good too. These people are so superficial. Vanity. They are so superficial. That's what they were. And because they were so superficial, you passed them up. God looked at your heart a little better than theirs. God had favor on you a little more than this person because they thought they was better. But they wasn't. They just wasn't. They need to get more like you. They need to stop on this persona like they the best thing because they running game when they really not even this intelligent. They're dumb. I'm taking up they're very dumb. That's why these people act like this. And you're very smart and intelligent, and they thought you were dumb, but you wasn't. They shouldn't have prejudged you then. They should have got to know you. You are a highly wisdom, intelligent person, and you don't play games with people. You don't even play mind games like that. You're not childish like these people are, just for their position or whoever they think they is. You are exactly who you think you are, and they want to be who they wish you could be. I don't know, that's just the way it came out. They wish they was you. They a wannabe. You are it. You ain't got to be a wannabe because you really stand like this. You really are this way. You really are who you are. That's who you are. You don't need to do anything and fake and pretend to be something you're not just for some type of position or a job. Blue collar job, white collar, whatever, neighborhood, community, you ain't got to do none of that because you authentic. And the original authentic person, that's like having fake leather against real leather. You are the real leather. You're authentic. You're the original. You really are like that. You really are confident because you really are like that as a person. These people faking it for a job position or faking it for popularity or just to make themselves look good in front of others, just to make them people like them. When you just who you are in righteousness, because that's just who you are by the Spirit, you're real. But that fake leather ain't got nothing, what they call it pleather, ain't got nothing against that real leather. The real leather going to show it out every time. You put some fake leather against some real leather, you're going to know what the real one is. The real one is going to be authentic. It's going to shine. It's going to be nice. It's going to look like silk. It's going to look like pure leather. The fake one going to look like fake leather, watered down. It's just going to look fake. And these people are fake. This person was fake. So when they ran across a person like you, they were very threatened. Very threatened. You did the darn thing. I wouldn't even be mad about that. You did the darn thing. These people shouldn't have came at you any type of way anyway, whoever this person is. But they did get a rude awakening that they just not better than you like they really thought they were. Even though they try to laugh and snicker behind your back and with others, making it seem like it because you probably wasn't operating the way they operated in order to make people like them. You didn't have to do all that. But they did. So who's the real one? I take it as you and not them. Sucks to be this person. But that's the message I got for a royal one. And until next time, you keep shining. You the real leather. Bye-bye.